We have already learned about what is history. Today we will discuss where did people live and important sources of information. Early man who was a hunter and a gatherer started living in caves. To ensure protection from extreme weather, he covered himself with animal skin and large leaves. He started moving from one place to another and also started collecting nuts, fruits, roots, or plants. They moved in groups to scare away wild animals. Though they moved in large groups, they were still afraid of lightning and thunder. The early man did not know how to produce his own food, so he was always on the move in search of new places where he could find more food easily. Thus, the early man was a nomad. Early man moved closer to water sources like rivers and lakes. Although he was essentially a food gatherer and a hunter, his tools and weapons had improved. The primary weapon was stone axe, often used in hunting. Flake tools were used for cutting animal skin to be used as clothes or for cutting plants. These tools and weapons proved very useful for the early man. With their help, he could easily kill animals, cut down trees, and shape wood and stone as he liked. People have lived along the banks of the river for several hundred thousand years. Some of the earliest people who lived here were skilled gatherers, that is, people who gathered their food. When man first began to grow crops, he usually did so by living close to the rivers. Some of the earliest crops were grown near rivers like the Indus, Narmada, and Brahmaputra. Archaeologists and historians are people who help us to study history. Archaeologists, ordinary people cannot go around digging up places to see what objects or buildings are buried underneath. However, there are people who do this kind of work and they are called archaeologists. Their work is to find objects, buildings, and other clues that provide some kind of information about the past. Historians. Historians are people who study history and have done extensive research on the subject. They often may write books about the people and events of the past. They also make use of information collected by archaeologists in order to understand and explain the past. Important sources of information. The things that provide us information regarding the past is called sources. Objects of daily use found at excavation sites. Cooking utensils, tools for grinding and cutting, jewelry, weapons for hunting. They give us an idea of their food habits, dress, and their work. Coins found at excavation sites. Coins provide us information about the people who used them. They often have pictures of important people like kings and rulers. Monuments. What is a monument? A monument is usually a large structure which is associated with an important person, event, or activity. Monuments were built as a mark of respect for a certain person or event. One major source of information are the monuments of the ancient period. The copper statue of Gautam Buddha in Nalanda and the brick temple in Kanpur provide us information about the art and culture in ancient India. Houses and buildings. Different groups of people through the ages have had different ways of constructing their houses, buildings. They have they planned their structure and the material they used tell us of their lifestyle. It also gives us an idea of what kind of raw materials and tools were available. Manuscripts. In archaeology, the term manuscript refers to information that is handwritten. Before paper was invented, people used to write on materials made from the leaf or bark of trees. Some people wrote down information on papyrus, which is a paper like material made from the papyrus plant. Manuscripts made from the dried palm leaves have also been found. Manuscripts contain a lot of information on wars, rulers, and life in the courts of kings. Some deal with subjects like medicine, science, and religion. Some manuscripts even contain poetry and stories. Inscriptions. Writings or symbols that has been carved on cave walls, rocks, stone slabs, seals, or metal surfaces are known as inscriptions. Some inscriptions contain edicts, which are important orders, announcements, or commands. Paintings. These are often found on walls and ceilings of caves and monuments. They depict animals, people, gods, nature, and many other things. Names of the land. India. Two of the words we often use for our country are India and Bharat. The word India comes from the Indus, called Sindhu in Sanskrit. The name Bharat was used for a group of people who lived in the northwest and who are mentioned in the Rigveda. The earliest composition in Sanskrit dated to about 3500 years ago. Later, it was used for the country. Dating system. AD and BC are frequently used in archaeology and history. They are used to identify the period to which certain objects, buildings, events, and people belong to. What does this really mean? The full form of AD is Anno Domini. Anno Domini is a Latin word which means in the year of our Lord. It is associated with the birth of Jesus Christ. If a battle was fought in 1500 AD, it means it was fought 1500 years after Jesus was born. The full form of BC is before Christ. It refers to the period before the birth of Jesus. So, if a person belonged to 500 BC, what we mean is that he lived 500 years before Jesus Christ was born. Activity. Collect information of any historical monument in your city with help from your parents. Imagine that you are living in the past. There are no phones, no televisions, and no computers. Describe how would you feel and spend your time.